Welcome back to Otaku Daikun. Dai here, and for this video, I'll be reviewing the anime Shokugeki no Soma, also known as Food Wars. It's an anime based off a currently running manga. The TV adaptation has successfully completed a 2-season cour, with the hopes of a 3rd season being announced. As of right now, you can watch it on the Anime Network, Hulu, and Crunchyroll. As of this review, it does not have an English home video release, but I'm sure Sentai Filmworks will do so without fail. This will be a lighthearted, spoiler-free review, so please enjoy. The premise of Shokugeki no Soma is that a teenage boy, Soma, has been helping his father run a neighborhood restaurant as a sous chef. He has a remarkable talent for creating absolutely delicious comfort foods, but is yet to beat his dad in a judged food competition. His life kicks into high gear when his father decides to shut down the restaurant and travel, enrolling Soma in a prestigious, competitive culinary arts school filled with challenges and elite student chefs at every turn. Soma will have to not only prove his worth against his classmates who reject his humble culinary background, but also elevate his cooking to a world-class level, else he risks expulsion. The art style of this anime is a real treat for the eyes, and then it juggles a few different styles brilliantly. The highlight is definitely the food, which is rendered to look absolutely mouth-watering, in part thanks to various steam and particle effects to bring out aroma and texture visually. The characters in their world all look fresh, detailed, and colorful. The animators pull off a full array of emotions and expressions, with dynamic camera angles and flashy movements. Another iconic style is what I'd call the mouthgasm, the exaggerated, often ridiculous reactions the characters have to each other's cooking, which of course is very erotic in nature. The metaphorical imagery and fan service have a very welcome place in the anime's visual vocabulary. One major appeal of this anime is its enormous cast of ambitious characters. Of course, there's our protag, Soma, who built up his practical, effective cooking skills through countless battles and failures against his father. His experience constantly cooking in an actual commercial environment helps him think quickly and tastefully under pressure. He's also cocky as all hell, literally challenging the entire school upon arrival by aiming to be the school's top chef. While overconfident, his aggressive attitude and die-hard persistence forge him into one hell of a competitor. Visually, he's iconic for his apron and headband, contrasting with the more formal chef uniform. His antithesis is our heroine, Erina, who is world-renowned under the nickname God Tongue for her extremely refined palate and sense of taste. Since childhood, her skills have been of great value to many famous chefs. This has allowed her to be part of the university's Elite 10. She's cruel and pompous, looking down upon inferior cuisine and belittling it with hilarious taste metaphors. She refuses to acknowledge Soma as a worthy chef, despite his skills, due to not having a bourgeois attitude toward dishes, ingredients, and high dining. Her assistant and best friend, Hisako, specializes in medicinal cooking, and adamantly struggles to keep up with Erina's prowess, under a bit of an inferiority complex. Another key player is Megumi, a girl who's on the verge of expulsion after receiving a number of poor evaluations. By being paired with Soma, and witnessing his confidence, she's able to turn around and become a major competitor with her heritage-based cuisine. We have the Aldini brothers, specializing in their Italian cooking roots, and Ikumi Mito, who's an expert on proteins, knowing how to maximize the potential of expensive meats. Then there's Soma's father, who, despite being a kind person, raises his son in a sort of dog-eat-dog manner. The father and son each have a nasty habit of experimenting on the side to create the most disgusting dishes imaginable. They often force these abominations on unsuspecting victims. Soma himself has a number of friendly dorm mates who mellow out the anime's combative nature. As the series goes on, he runs into even more competitors. As all the characters are more or less rivals, rather than complete enemies, their chemistry is very welcoming and tense at the same time. From a narrative standpoint, you could say Shokugeki no Soma is the Master Chef, or Hell's Kitchen of anime, which of course means it's 10 times more awesome. We're encouraged to follow Soma's quest to be the best chef at school, and we see him compete against other students as well as with professors and alumni, enduring challenges that can often result in his expulsion should he fail. Thankfully, the rest of the cast is so lovable that I wound up being invested in all of their hopes and dreams as well. Sadly, I feel that after 2 entire seasons, Food Wars has only reached the tip of the iceberg in its potential. Honestly, I wouldn't mind this show going on as long as Inuyasha or The Big Three, since it's far more compelling and dense with content. That said, we're left hoping for another season to see any of these ambitions come to fruition. The anime's openings and endings are both upbeat and intense, showing off the competitors in the face of massive flames, knives, and other culinary imagery, or soothing you into loving the characters, hanging out at the dinner table or in a giant stew of sorts. While the songs aren't enough for me to jam to on their own, I always enjoyed hearing them before and after each episode. The anime's soundtrack is filled with warm, homey tunes with slightly varying cultural twists. But personally, I find myself attracted to the battle music that plays at more dramatic moments. A few tracks, such as the texture of Decisive Battle and the secret ingredient called Victory, give me goosebumps with how awesome they are. Lastly, the voice acting in Japanese is tons of fun. The varying vocals convey the plentiful personalities of the anime's large cast. One thing I like is that the women don't all sound totally moe with ear-splittingly high-pitched voices. It definitely makes me take the women more seriously. The driving story, the superb visuals, uplifting music, and colorful cast all lead me to my verdict, which I'm so inclined to recommend as legendary since it's missing just one piece, a definitive ending. Therefore, I'm currently recommending it as amazing, with knowledge that if the anime ever continues and ends with the same degree of quality, it'll be upgraded to legendary. I'm definitely buying the most collectible Blu-ray release Sentai can give me. There you have it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment below. Please consider subscribing to Otaku Daikun for weekly uploads of anime lists, reviews, discussions, analyses, recommendations, and Let's Plays. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.